Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. It's Big Ambitions. This is video 6 for an Alpha 10. Everything is awesome. And today we're going to open up a new business. Now, I have interviewed pretty much everybody on the street I could find. I've got a lot of interviews done. Probably won't matter if I get this guy, but let's just get this guy too. And I'll show you pretty much everybody wants a supermarket or a fast food restaurant. That is just simply the only two things that anyone on the street will ever say in this district. And we can see like the biggest demand right now is still the fast food restaurant thing. So it makes sense that I would open up more of that type of business around town. But I want to experience all the different types and I want to create different types of businesses. So there may not be a very good demand for a clothing store, but this building right here is going to be the building that I'm going to use to create a clothing store. It's got a 50 traffic index, 334 daily rent, and it's pretty good size. It's the same size as my supermarket was, right? Now I could also do the one across the street. It's 332. I'm actually going to end up renting both of these, and there will be probably like a jewelry store, or we'll do something different, right? We could do maybe a coffee shop or something across the street, right? So we're going to do different types of businesses, but I want to experience all the things. So in this building, I am going to rent it, and we are going to call this brand new business RAGS to Wear. There you go. RAGS to Wear. And it is going to be a clothing store. So go ahead and start that up. We can see all the stats already there, ready to go. And we just need to basically outfit it with all the stuff that we need. So to do that, I'm going to not be stuck. First thing I need to do is I need to stock some appliances into it, and then I need to get product into it. It's currently 9:30 in the morning, and we've got some stuff in our car that probably won't be very useful for our mission. But I'm going to go ahead and drop the stuff off anyway. If I can get a legal parking spot right here, that'd be sweet. The idea is to just drop this extra stuff off somewhere. I can't sell it. I can dispose of it, but it doesn't look like I can sell it secondhand or anything like that. So we'll take the cigars, and eventually we'll open up stores that work for this. But for now, I'm just gonna drop it somewhere. I don't care. So let's get the hand truck. Now they've updated the game, of course, Alpha 10. This used to be the maximum movement speed inside, right? And then, you had this faster running around movement outside. But the power of feedback and a little bit of a couple of lines of code, probably. I don't know how long it takes. You can hold shift and you can get that faster movement speed just by holding shift now, which is pretty cool. I'm going to drop this stuff off in here. Okay, so let's just kind of get this stuff maybe out of the way. It's extra stuff we're not going to use. We'll just park the vehicle right here. And what we're going to do... Oh, stuck. Weird. What we're going to do is we're going to get in our car. We're going to have to do a couple of things. Now, it's 11 o'clock. And, clock is ticking, right? And the warehouse is probably the furthest possible point away. But I'm going to stop here first to get shelves. Trying to get myself parked right here. Oh, all right. A little bit, and right, and yeah. So we're going to get some shelves. And honestly, while we're here, we might as well get, I don't know, probably some clothing racks. Things that we can use to store our stuff. So let's grab 4 shelves. Go ahead and check out. I also like to point out, so quick. Look at the camera, right? Mentioned it in the last video. Look at the camera. Oh, it's so smooth. Oh, so much better. Thank you. Put that back in the car. Camera now persists exactly as you were facing as you entered the buildings. It's so much smoother, isn't it? Just like that movement, it just wasn't needed. I'm not entirely sure why it was happening. I don't remember there being any patches released for the game. like between these two recordings. But it is a different day for me, so hey, maybe it happened overnight or something. I don't know. In any case, if you changed it back, thank you. Still have this to scroll out to, though. All right, let's bring this all the way over to here. There's a clothing icon right here. We're just going to try to get ourselves parallel. Well, I swear, I have a driver's license. I say it like I'm, you know, like I'm an 8-year-old wanting to tell Grandpa the story. Let's come over here, and the hand cart's all the way across the room here. We're just gonna go over to our car, whoosh, super smooth, and grab our. I guess the clothing racks will be first. Now, I probably should have done the shelves first so I could drop the stuff off on the shelves, but this stuff's gonna be out here anyway, so I'm okay with just parking a vehicle and getting another hand cart. There we go, and then we'll get the inventory on the shelves. We of course have to get the inventory first, but yeah. So let's get the hand truck and then storage shelves like so. Right back in the building, and we can park it probably right here is fine. And we could just go in and do something like this. So flip the cart right over here like so. And then put it like that. Maybe I won't move the camera because the camera's moving on me. We'll go like this then. That's going to work for me. And final one is like that. All right, good. I don't really need the hand cart anymore. I think I could probably just leave it there and it will disappear on its own. They tend to disappear on their own if they're empty, so. All right, we're gonna whip over this direction. Now, the store is still gonna need a checkout counter. It says or a cash register, but I'm gonna use the checkout counter, I think. I guess it depends on what it costs. We'll see what it costs. I couldn't decide if I wanted to go that way or if I wanted to go to the warehouse, but since I'm seeing the time right now, I'm gonna go to the warehouse first. So we got a little over 30 grand left. The reason why I chose a clothing store is mostly because of the cost of entry in this. It doesn't seem like it's that expensive. Clothing racks are really cheap. The physical products that I'm selling wholesale might be more expensive, but it's not like opening up another supermarket where it's going to be at least 30 grand because of all the freezers and stuff. So kind of just bringing it over here. I believe clothing is actually right here. So let me just park this. So we've got, let's see, 4 different types. We have classic cheap male clothing and classic cheap female clothing, as well as modern cheap male clothing and modern cheap female clothing. So why don't I grab, let's say 2 boxes of each of the classics. Actually, we'll just grab 2 boxes of each. And we'll see which one is in higher demand, right? All right, that's 8 out of 8. And we can pull out to the... Well, first we can whip around. And then we can pull out to there. So it's less than 5 grand for those products. It's not too bad. Could be worse. And this will just be how we start it and get a feel for the demand in the market, right? Because nobody on the street, I should say, has any interest at all in clothing stores. So I don't actually know how well this is going to do. But I want to try them out anyway. So even if they don't make a whole lot of money, I'm still going to try them out. We're decently profitable with the other businesses right now, and they're kind of running on autopilot. Deliveries coming in, they sell, etc. You can see that the hot dog grill is going to run out of hot dogs at Fast Chucks. We can get into here real quick, and we can see that the delivery takes place on Monday. It's Saturday, so we might want to up the number of hot dogs because I'm a little bit short on that now. So maybe we pull back on the fry box and add another hot dog box to the next delivery, just to see how that plays out. We got to park right here, don't we? Sure do. There we go. Come on. Oh, and I'm on the curb. Well, you know. Hey, you try parallel parking with, you know, in 8 seconds. Move it this way. All right, so I need to get the hand cart, and then we'll have all the stuff just sort of hanging out over here. Realistically, I could probably just put it on the back shelves as inventory, but I'd rather put it on the clothing racks. So why don't we actually set them up? Because I want to be able to, you know, sell them and see how this goes. So let's park this vehicle, and then what we'll do is we'll grab a clothing rack, we'll place it. I have no idea. I mean, this is a pretty big store, so it's unlikely we really need a store this large for this. But we're gonna give it a shot. So we'll say the clothes are gonna be over here. We'll put it close to the window, right? You know, we went window shoppers to see what we're selling. So we're gonna kind of get them maybe spaced out a little bit like that. And maybe we'll do like another one over here, kind of like this. And maybe one more placed, and we can make it kind of like, kind of like this maybe. I really don't know how to organize a clothing store, but this is fine for now, right? Little things, right? Then we can take the cheap. Oh, we want the modern stuff. So the modern male clothing, we're gonna put that on this shelf. There we go. Look at all that clothes right there, huh? Nice. Then we'll put the more modern male clothing. We can stick that on this shelf. Okay. We could do like a men's section and a female section. We would probably want the female section to be 2/3 of the store. Probably. I think I've never worked in a clothing store, but I suspect in situations or in clothing store situations where a store sells both men's and female clothing, I would guess, just based on my naivety, that women are more likely to purchase clothes than men are in a clothing store. I don't know this though. I'm a person that does not purchase a whole lot of clothes. I'm a little stingy with my own wardrobe. Okay, and I don't have the biggest fashion sense, so I can only go based on that. I just noticed that it did the camera thing again. Oh, what? It's doing it again. So what causes that to happen? I wonder. Oh no. Oh no. Wait, why does it happen sometimes and not all the time? Oh. No. Well, that's not what I wanted. Well, I guess that's weird that it only does it sometimes. It was doing it pretty consistently. Like, it was doing it awesomely, and then now it started this again. I feel like I'm trapped in traffic. The stores are closed right now anyway, so let me get this clothing store sort of set up with merchandise, and with the checkout counter, I'm gonna go ahead and do that too, and I'll be right back with the store kind of set up. You see the process, and it takes a couple of days to do it, so I'll be right back. Okay, we're all set here. I've got pretty much the whole store established, and I'm just kind of making this last inventory run. I've got a lot of clothes in inventory. I don't have any doubts that I'm going to sell all of them. I just want to see sort of how quickly they sell, how much we're going to need for deliveries. You know, what's the actual demand for things? Now, we can also boost the demand. If the business looks like it's going to be profitable, we can also boost the demand with marketing, which I'm going to show you in this video. Just as soon as the clothing store is online, I'm going to show you some marketing stuff. So we're going to get into... It's a pretty straightforward thing. It's actually not that involved. It'd be kind of cool if it gets a little more involved in the future, though. I'm not going to buy any billboards or anything yet, but I think that stuff's probably really expensive. And I also have no idea how, because it's kind of pretty new. So, but here we go. We're going to take and park right here. Here we go. And let me go get the hand cart. We'll show you. We've got pretty much everything set up and ready to rock. Got the counter right here. I don't have any paper bags. Did mess that up. I don't have the paper bags. Gonna have to make one more run to the store. But we got 8 clothing racks in here, and they all have a variety of different clothes on them. Female clothing on this side, male clothing on that side, classics near the back, and modern near the front. And so we're just gonna go in and see how the camera, it does weird things. I don't know how to determine like when is it gonna whip me around or when is it gonna stay straight. I don't know. It's like it's a mystery, man. Can't figure it out. I want to know what's prompting it. We'll put this on the storage shelves. It's fine. And we also have room for 4 more. 4 more shelves? Yeah, I got room for 4 more shelves in here too. We're gonna have to go get some. I have to make sure I go get the bags. So let's go back in the store one more time. Tons of inventory, and we'll just drop this off on the shelf. Now I don't have to go back there and look at things on the shelf much anymore, but yeah, there you go. There's our clothing store. It's pretty much set up. All I need is the paper bags, and then I need to hire people and have opening hours and all that good stuff. So let me just I'm trapped behind a red light. Let me just go ahead and take care of the paper bag thing, and I'll be right back. Okay, paper bags are done. We got a stack of 1,000 inside the checkout counter. I've also got 4 spare boxes of them on the shelves in here, so there's restocking for quite a while. So for all intents and purposes, the store is ready to open. It would be kind of cool to decorate a little bit. I'd like to put like lamps and stuff around. I was thinking maybe like a lounging area, like a couch kind of thing over here. Might be kind of cool. I don't know, we might investigate something like that. It's just extra time and money. This isn't like a normal game where you can just go to a menu and say, yeah, I want a couch and decorate. You have to actually trek yourself all the way over to the stores and get that stuff and bring it back. And I will admit, while that is unique and it does have a flair of fun to it, it does also slow the pace of the game down, and it might be a deterrent for people who are into creative city builder type games, or even tycoon games like this, just because the ease and function of decorating things and laying it out the way you want has a significant time sink into it. So I don't know how many players are really going to go all out and decorate things when it takes you like an extra, instead of taking an extra 2 minutes or so to do it, maybe 5 minutes if you really get detail oriented. Now it's going to be a 5-minute investment just to get the first 8 items. That kind of thing it's a little bit different, but yeah, I don't know if it's good or bad. It's just different, right? Time will tell. So you can see the demand, 65%, 74, 70, 44. So clearly these 2 things are what everybody was recommending I get. The gift shop also is the original business, and then we have rags to wear here. Okay, so the building limit is 20. Looks like the current capacity per hour is 20. Sorry, building limit is 30. Current capacity per hour is 20. So I think to solve that problem, I just need another checkout counter. But I want to get it open first. So what we're going to do is Monday, it's near the evening and stuff here. So we'll go ahead and say Tuesday. Let's open at 9 o'clock, and we'll go ahead and be open until 8. Like an 11-hour shift, okay? And then what we can do is we'll hire 2 employees that will come in here and work short shifts every single day. And then we'll get a cleaner and stuff too, okay? So the first thing we're going to have to do here, if that is our opening hours, and actually can't really do that unless I'm working tomorrow. That's what's going to happen. I'm working the 11-hour shift tomorrow while we search for other people. I think that's probably fine. That way I can get like a good look and see how everything is working. But we are going to want to call the recruitment office, and we're going to want to get, it's outside business hours. Of course it is. Okay. We're going to want to go to sleep, wake up, and go to work. And I'm going to need food in order to have the energy to do that. Traffic is really congested. My car's across the street. I'm going to leave it there. This business is close enough, I think, to where I could just walk over here and get what I want. Which is to say, a little bit of El Gato Foods. And I might as well just get a basket of 4 items while I'm here, I suppose. Why am I waiting in line when I could just go to this one? Or I guess it doesn't matter, whatever. All right, so we want to head home. We'll eat one of these things though, can eat one on the way. Put the rest in the fridge. I've got 12 items in there now. I've been stocking up on food, you know, been getting there. The same goes with decorating your apartment too. I'm aware that there are other places to live, probably nicer looking ones, bigger places, etc. I'm fully aware of that. There's just no gameplay advantage right now to changing that, to making that unique or different or more interesting. I think potentially something that could add a little bit of depth to the role play of the game would be to have character stats that are not just restricted to energy and food, but also interests, maybe boredom mechanic kind of thing. Could be a role to where you need to give yourself adequate free time to do that kind of stuff. And you don't have to spend player time on it, because that might actually detract from the game. But more or less, like, let's say, I don't know, he's bored and he wants to watch television. Maybe I have a little living room set up. I can just click the TV and say watch TV, and it satisfies the need. I can sit around and role play it if I want to, but all I had to do was actually do it. What I'm saying is it might give a little bit of like environmental stuff too, right? Like how your opinion of the environment and stuff. It might give incentives to actually decorate an apartment or move to a bigger place. Right now, there's really no benefits to doing so, and it's a huge time sink, like I said, to have to actually go get the stuff and bring it over here. Another way to solve that problem, I do think it'll, like, I like the uniqueness of it, but I do think it can be a problem. The idea of having to go and get every single thing and bring it to a location yourself. So one thing I would recommend doing, you got this spare spot here on the over here, right? You could put a marketplace here. You could call it like the catalog or something. And then you can click that, and you can search for things like furniture and, you know, refrigerators, new beds, chairs, desks, whatever. And you could have it ordered like you would on Amazon and have it shipped to you. And it could say it could be there in 2 days or 3 days or whatever. And then it shows up in boxes in front of your house, and then you can just bring it upstairs, right? That kind of stuff would be great, because then you already have it you already have it delivered, etc. And then you can distribute it how you want, and you didn't have to run all over town to get the stuff individually. You could pay a delivery fee, of course, for doing that. But I think that would be a good compromise on that. Okay, so we open at 9 here, and I'm supposed to be... I have to work my own store today. So... gonna want to get there. And before I actually start my shift, we're gonna call Anderson Recruitment, and we're gonna say I want people from RAGS to where I want customer service people, and I'm looking for, yeah, this age group is fine. Give me like, I don't know, 5 candidates, and I need them quick. I don't want to work here all day, so let's do two days. All right, so they're gonna find some people that can work in this place, and while they're searching for that, I can just go ahead and assign myself to this role here. I'm fully, I got full energy bar, full food bar, etc., and I'll pretty much be ready to go. So I do want to see how busy the store is. There doesn't seem to be a speed up time mechanic in the game either. So if I assign myself, I have to assign myself in order to speed up time, but we should be open now. Yep. And so we get to see sort of how many people come into the store, right? Looks like they went over. Yep. This gentleman wanted some classic clothing. I could tell by his choice of tie. He's definitely into the classics, all striped and whatnot. Yeah, so not nearly enough foot traffic, right? Oh, what did he say? Oh, I need to pay attention to that. He was looking for something, and he couldn't find it. I wonder, I don't think non-food is in the game yet, so if they're complaining about not being able to find, like, non-food, I don't think that that's something I can get yet. I've been told that that's not in the game yet. But that was before Alpha 10, so I can guess I can go back. I don't see anything in the changes about it. Can't find classic expensive female... Oh! So there's... I mean, obviously, everything in here is the cheap stuff, right? Because they want the expensive stuff, which I do not currently have. Okay, I'm going to fast forward to the end of the shift. And we're going to be super tired. And we're closed. So, not a great business day. kind of expected that with a 44%. But what we can do is we can set up a marketing campaign to get more people maybe interested in getting clothing here. That's something that's possible. We're going to be closed on Wednesday. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the schedule to all days for now. And then I'm going to take Wednesday and I'm going to pick it off. And I'm hoping that I'll get employees that I can assign Thursday, Friday, Saturday, etc. So we won't be open tomorrow. But it gives me a good idea, a good look as to how things can be. Oh boy. Sir, I believe you are illegally parked. This guy's in serious trouble, man. Right outside my store too. Good thing I wasn't on the street. Man, that could have been killed. Yeah, so I'm gonna go and get in my car here, let this play on for a little bit, get some employees hired, and I'm also gonna just try to find where the expensive clothing is, because like, where do I get access to the expensive clothing? I didn't see it in the wholesaler, right? It's possible it's in the other wholesaler, so let me just look around for that and let it play on for a little bit, get some people hired, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I went to both wholesalers, the big one, the big distribution one, and also the smaller one, to try to see if I could find expensive clothing. And I can't. I had no idea where I could get it. So either it's not in the game yet, or you have to... Oh, I thought my store was... I was like, wait a minute, that's my store. No, it's not. My store is a block over. Either it's in development, it's not in the game yet, or it's something that you have to import yourself, you know, from like overseas or something, right? So keep an eye on it, but there doesn't seem to be a way to get expensive clothing into my clothing store. So if you take a look really at the business manager real quick, schedule right now, I only have this one employee, and we're closed today. I'm really hoping that the dude that's supposed to be recruiting, I really hope he calls me today, because I'd like to set this stuff up. Now, I want to show you guys marketing. All right, this is free parking. So we'll leave the car there. And this looks like it's going to be a pretty cool office building too. This one here is available to rent as an office space. We could make our headquarters here, for example, that stuff like that. And it is available to rent too. If I open this up, I totally could. $285. But I'm not going to do that yet. I'm not quite big enough to need a headquarters and stuff yet. So I'm kind of a conservative person when it comes to business. There's a reason. There's a pace to grow, right? There's a pace that is appropriate to grow. And I think a lot of small businesses fail because they try to get big too quickly. They try to get too big too fast. I think you should grow out of necessity, not out of enthusiasm, right? You should be enthusiastic about your business, but don't grow too quick. So we have this guy right here. This is a marketing agency, this building. And we're gonna set up a marketing campaign on our stuff. So I'm gonna sit down here. This is McCain's e-marketing. And so we can choose a business. I'm gonna probably choose Charmart just to kind of see what happens with it. We'll see, I don't know. And let's go ahead and do Google ads. We'll do the minimum cost because I want to see the effectiveness of it. I have my doubts that it's going to be effective at all, and I'll tell you why. So we're going to go ahead and click confirm. This is $4,600 total over 4 weeks. So it's only $164 a day. And that's going to do some marketing stuff, some Google ads for our grocery store. And you know what? Go ahead and do it for our fast food place too. Actually, let's do it for Rags to Wear because this is the one that's weakest, right, in our region, right? So in our area. So same cost here too. We'll go ahead and hit confirm. So we'll open it for those two businesses. Now that is Charmart and Rags to Wear. So let's take a look. Customers over time has been falling. It had a peak and then it kind of fell a little bit, right? Marketing might be able to get us this extra little bit here. So far, we have pretty good customer satisfaction here. The reason why I'm skeptical on it working is because of this. Right now, we have a current capacity per hour in Charmart to be able to handle 30 customers per hour. And this is based on a variety of different factors, but I think it's mostly limited by whatever your weakest link is. I think. I don't know this, and I'm saying this without consulting Hovgaard first, so I think that's what this is. It says you can only have as many, just pointing it out, customers per hour as your capacity allows. That's building limit. Customer capacity per hour is 30. Okay, building limit is 30. Now, if I get more shopping baskets installed in the store, this 30 number will go up. And then at that point, all these other numbers are higher, right? So if we had looked at this beforehand, before setting up the store, we would have seen that having 4 times frozen food in this location is a waste. Each frozen food freezer adds a 15 customer capacity to your building, right? But we only have 30 capacity because that's the building limit. So we're already maxed out, I think. I don't know that that's how that works, but I think we're already maxed out. And this can apply here too. Now notice building limit is 30, but our customer capacity right now is only 20. So each clothing rack is 10, I guess. We have 2 of each of these. And it doesn't really matter if we... I guess it doesn't really matter if we have a whole bunch of different variety of ones. I think it goes, again, by your weakest number. So here's 30, 30, and then these are all 20. So what I'm going to try and do is basically get everything to be the building limit. But at that point, is it really worth doing marketing? I don't know. Maybe it doesn't affect it, or maybe the numbers will go flying anyway. It's about customer capacity, not necessarily how many customers are in your store, right? Like, I think there's a differentiation there that that I would like to explore. So we're going to do it on 2 businesses only. And for the rags to wear, I need to increase that capacity. So I need to have, it looks to me like 4 more clothing racks, 1 for each type. So I'm just going to kind of come over here. And real quick, I do want to see also, is rags to wear also, okay, point of sales cash register 30. Yeah. So we really only need 1 stack of shopping baskets and 1 point of sale. Everything else is all about the racks. So yeah, we're going to go ahead. Oh, there is a help system as well. I just briefly seen it. There's a help window as well now. That's a new thing. I have not looked at that yet. So perhaps that question is answered in that help section, and I'll look at it and we'll see. Go ahead and just grab this and hit this, and this. So 4 clothing racks, and we're gonna add those to the store. I mean, we have a whole bunch of inventory as well, so I'm not entirely sure I like how that capacity works, but it's customers per hour kind of thing, right? So it's possible we just aren't getting, you know, are we always getting our capacity is my main question, right? When we see current capacity per hour, how do we know that we're hitting that capacity? I guess we just take the number of customers we get in a day and times it by 24. Grab a bunch of clothing racks, go back inside. Remember, we're closed today, so we can get everything sorted. So this is 8. And what we want to do is go in and put this clothing rack, say, there. This one, we can put it like, let's scoot it that way. Take this one and put it like, I could actually do it diagonal and stuff too. Make it real interesting, you know? Oh, let's move this over like that. And then one more. Get this one. Maybe I will. I'll make it really interesting. We'll go diagonal like this. Okay, so there's extra racks, right? Now, if I take a look at my sales from the first day, and it may not tell me much, but first day is showing me that classic cheap female clothing was the highest seller, followed by classic male clothing. So the classic clothing was more popular by a significant margin than the modern clothing was. So what I'm going to do is I have delivery set up for this business. And we're going to have 4 boxes of each of the classics delivered. And 2 boxes, I think we're going to go 2 boxes of the modern clothing. And this will just be our weekly delivery. And we're going to see whether or not the marketing outpaces what we have already and raises it up so we get more customers, right? So, and this gets delivered on Monday. We have plenty of inventory right now, so this is going to get delivered Monday. All right, so I need... First, let me just exit so I can get rid of that hand cart. And then what I need now is some classic cheap male clothing. Kind of mixed in now, aren't they? Yeah, they are. Let's put it here, and then we'll move this over, move the female over like this. I kind of want it to be, I don't know why I want it to be organized, but I kind of want it to be organized. Say cheap female clothing here, move the female over there. Let's go with classic male clothing again. Put that here, say. Then we can, I maybe put that over here, I guess, along the window, whatever. Yeah, and then we'll just stick this kind of here and over here. So kind of keep, there's a male section, female section, and then there's like this extra male shelf. I need to move that. Just kind of put that like this, and then put this like over here like this. Fine. And then over here we'll put modern male clothing on this rack and modern female clothing on the other rack, which I think we already did. No, cheap clothing on that. It doesn't matter. What matters is, can we raise this? So we need one more modern cheap female clothing. So did I put, I think I put one too many on something though. I had enough racks to do this. So what did I mess up? 3x, 3x. Oh, classic cheap male clothing. I see. So find one of the classic cheap males right here. Empty that shelf. Put it on the shelf here, and then we want the classic cheap female clothing. And if I'm reading this menu right, if I'm reading this window right, we should see our capacity has increased. Wait. No, modern. Oh, you dummy. Modern. What are you doing? It's to be fair, it's not the easiest thing to see, but it is reading words. So, as someone with a couple of college degrees, I probably should know this. Okay, good. So current capacity per hour is 30. Building limit 30. So we now have an increased capacity for customers in here because we've satisfied all these requirements, right? And the same thing kind of goes for fast chuck. Unfortunately, 15 per hour is all we have, just because that's the building we're in. So if we want this to be more, we could, but the extra cash register is pointless. The burgers, french fries, hot dogs, all these things increase that, right? So when we build additional businesses, additional fast food places, additional grocery stores, etc., we're going to want to keep an eye on this and make sure that we're not overspending, because our capacity for business is really that low. It's just kind of the way it is. And yeah, I could probably move this over now. It doesn't need to be over there like that. Okay, cool. Just somewhat randomly placed in an interesting way. Did we not get anybody recruited? 46% is all they gave me. All right, I'm gonna have to sleep. I'm gonna do it in my car. We're gonna sleep in my car. Do it until 8:39. Although it's likely a good idea to get a bite to eat, because I will probably have to work this myself today. And clock is ticking, let me tell you. Let me just real quick grab a bite to eat. We're gonna be late. Yep. Door is open, but nobody's in there. I know. So here's another interesting little bug. Just kind of pointing it out for you guys because I know you're watching. If I eat this, he keeps the bag in his hand. And you have to hit discard and confirm to get the bag out of his hand. Just an FYI. I'm here, people. I'm here. You don't have to freak out. Give me somebody good. 70%. That's fine. We can make that work. And we'll get schedule. Here it is. Schedule. Depending on where you're from. Isaac Brooks. Okay, so today's Thursday. I'm all alone on this right now. So we'll say Tracy comes in at 1. Say Isaac comes in now. And we'll increase our hours from 7 to 8. And that'll be a shift. Go ahead and copy that to all days for now. And just like that, Isaac's in position. Okay, I'm noticing I don't have a mop for this yet. So I'm going to go and get... Oh, I don't need to drive there for that. Just... The thing about the traffic and stuff is like driving around, right? It's okay, but like I like my parking spot. It's just New York. It's like I don't want to go anywhere because my parking spot. Yeah, all they want is supermarkets and stuff, right? So gotta do something about that. I'm gonna grab one more shelf. I'm gonna grab a mop. And there's no point to grabbing anything else. Having more fridges doesn't matter. Having more drink machines don't matter. Speaking of drink machines, Fast Chuck. You can see, like, I don't think it's going to matter, you know, about putting the drink machines in there. But we can totally, you know, go ahead and set up an additional grocery store, an additional fast food place. And I would like to get, like, a really big building just so that the building's capacity is higher, because I think the building capacity is a little bit too low. But it doesn't really matter if the building capacity is 15 or 30. What matters is the profit. Your potential is greater in another building. If I take the storage, I'm gonna real quick put that there just to give it extra storage, and then yeah, get a mop, place that in here, and now I need to hire somebody to mop. Seems they're just really slow. This 46% candidate, he's hired to mop. You're gonna be hired to mop. And I've had people, you know, mention like the whole, you know, why don't you hire a cleaner and stuff? And I contest, it doesn't really matter. Place is gonna get clean enough anyway. With this guy, he has lower skills. He costs less already anyway. And doing another search for specifically cleaners costs me money. I might as well just hire the one that's worst at customer experience and just have them clean. I don't think there's a reason to hire a dedicated cleaner in that way. Okay, well, I think this video is good. We got a clothing store set up now. That's pretty nice. Adding it to our collection. I don't know if it'll be very successful because it's not really in high demand. I could probably open up another grocery store, open up another fast food joint, maybe 2 more, because it's clearly in high demand in this area. And, you know, then we can start looking at maybe getting a headquarters established, hiring employees in my headquarters. They can then handle the logistics. We can take a look at what it's like to import stuff from overseas, or at least on a ferry or on a ship, right? Not a ferry, but, well, a shipping boat, right? Like just bringing things in at the docks. We can take a look at all that stuff, and we will later. That's gonna be later. So thank you very much. I appreciate you guys for watching. I really do. I might set up marketing campaigns for my other businesses if it looks like it's being effective. Charmart is currently not that effective. Not at all. Rags to wear. We have, well, okay, so we have no statistics on today. So actually, I probably should let it go. Here, I want to show you guys. I want to see if marketing works. Yes, I just slept in my car for a whole day when I'm this close to my apartment, because my car is really that, it's really that cozy. I'm just gonna do it just because I can. Sleeping in your car, man. Done. See, right outside my apartment. I will sleep in my car. $8,000 profit. Does seem pretty good. Char Gifts is up. This does not have marketing, so you know I wanted to see how it compares to building businesses that don't have marketing. Fast Chuck is up. I don't believe I had any marketing here either, so you can kind of see how those curves went. And then Charmart is up as well. That might be slightly higher of an increase. Might be, or maybe I'm just seeing what I want to see. That's significant. That is without a doubt significant. So we'll keep an eye on Rags to Wear, because that's a significant increase. And then I'll just go ahead and do it one more time. Sleep for another 24 hours in my car. This is how I get money. Once you set it up as autopilot, you got your employees, they come in, you have your stocks, you have your delivery routes, all that stuff. Then you could basically just sit here and run it and see how it is. But I do want to see Rags to Wear. It's increasing again. So we definitely are seeing an increase in business. I don't know if that's actually hitting this though. Customers over time, 7 days. So this is total customers, I guess. Yeah, total customers, 164 total. Oh, so we have a lot of capacity left. Yeah. Because if we can handle 15 per hour and we got 98 yesterday, then we have a long way to go. So we can definitely implement marketing on all of our businesses and make a killing. Absolutely. So we're going to do that. I'm going to have marketing campaigns on every business, and we'll go from there. I'm going to hire some additional employees here too, just to pick up the slack on working that shift, because I don't want to have to deal with like somebody didn't report to work today and then there's like this huge block of time where nobody's there. So now I have extra people that can, you know, swap in the schedule. Maybe Christian works here, you know, in that slot. Maybe on Thursday we pop her here, give Tracy a day off, right? Saturday maybe we do the same thing here. We work you here, and then maybe Sunday you're off and then you're in there. You see what I'm doing? So just kind of give these guys sort of periods of time where they work different shifts, and that's pretty good. So anyway, I'm gonna let it run. I'm gonna set up marketing. Gonna be filthy rich. Looks like hot dogs are out, so I might need to adjust the delivery route on that, because I'm pretty sure that's a Sunday delivery, and I'll have a whole day without hot dogs. I'll probably go get some myself today manually. All right, I'm just stalling now. Hopefully the names on the right side of the screen are gone at this point. And if you would like to get your name on the right side of the screen, you can check the link in the description. Join as a member. Hit that big blue join button. Put your name on the right side of the screen too. Okay, that's it. I'm done. Bye-bye.